As a Christmas edition. Hello everyone, welcome to the program Politics Today. I'm Sulaiman Ali. The first President Muhammadu Buhari says he's yet to recover from the shock he received when he discovered that the past governments did not save from the resources from oil boom in the country. The president was speaking in his residence while addressing Christian faithful who came to pay Christmas homage to him in the presidential villa. He, however, pleaded with Nigerians to be patient with the administration as it tackles the problems of insecurity, unemployment and infrastructure. He also pleaded with the militants in the Niger Delta to be ready to discuss with the government on how to share the resources in the Niger Delta region, especially now that the war against Boko Haram has been won.
It's now almost 18 months since we have been here. We are very lucky. I believe some of you were following us during our campaigns. And what we identified is still our fundamental problem. Number one is security. And we kept on saying, whether it is an organization or a country, you have to secure it before you can manage it properly. If there is no security, nothing can work. When we came in, by some mysterious, it dropped to 37, and now it's oscillating between 40 and 50, I think. So I asked for savings. There was no saving. I said, okay, what did we buy with the money? They said we bought food and oil. I think I don't know how long it will take me to recover from the shock. I'm looking forward to people to discuss with their colleagues, to be patient with the government. We are always thinking about our country. We are always thinking about our people. And God, in His infinite mercies, has given Nigeria a lot of riches in terms of resources, both human and material. We better leave something for our children and grandchildren.
Now to the whistleblowing program approved by the Federal Executive Council. Let's hear what the Finance Minister had to say while introducing the program at the National Assembly to Nigerians. Well, I thought that should come up. Let's see what happens pretty much later. But I have, our guests right here. They're all set and ready. And I'm hoping as soon as our producers get that, they should just put that out for us. Just more or less like a reminder of what the whistleblowing policy of the government is about. Joining us to look at this issue today is Ken Okolugbo. He's a public affairs analyst and a member of the PDP. Good to have you join us here this evening. And of course, in our Abuja studios, we have two other guests, Professor Usiju Midane, who is also a public affairs analyst and a professor of criminology and criminal law. We also have Nuhu Atta, who is also a public affairs analyst. And, all these gentlemen today, Christmas, they will be looking at some of the burning issues we've just highlighted here on the program Politics Today. Very quickly, let's start from Lagos and set the scene. Also remember, INEC has approved the registration of a new political party, the Action Democratic Party, that's the ADP. How that will pan out, why many Nigerians are still asking, is it as a result of perhaps the disappointment they've gotten from the existing political parties, or there's just this need for maybe aggrieved parties within the existing political party structure to move into another camp? What else has changed when we talk about having a new party coming on stream? Ken Okolugbo, I'm quite sure, Ken, when you did hear this, did it remind you of what we've seen before? Is this deja vu for you?
Well, the papers actually had predicted the Action Democratic Party, and the news has been rife. But I think what we need now is not a new mega party, so to say. What we need is there can be a realignment of forces, because basically what we say in politics is that politics is permanent interest. I mean, if you look at the two political parties today, especially the APC, 75% of those, if my statistics are wrong, correct me, who are presently, and I'm not saying members, but those who are in power under the APC government, have been members of the PDP. Do you understand? And so it beats my imagination when you're now talking about another mega party. Are you going to have the likes of the disgruntled ones in APC and the disgruntled ones who are members of my party coming together to realign? I don't think that's going to have any headway. But if we can strengthen the parties and allow for a viable opposition, which is what the PDP is supposed to be, I mean, there's no government in power that shouldn't have a viable opposition, then we can actually move forward. There's been this rumor of Atiku and Asiwaju being very dissatisfied with the APC, then the McAfee group also thinking that they're going to lose out in the power play and an alignment. But I think Asiwaju has made a very categorical statement. He has denounced the rumor, and Atiku has also made a very categorical statement. But if you look at it again, Atiku was a member of the PDP. Bukola Saraki was a member of the PDP, the Senate President. The Speaker of the House of Reps was a member of PDP. You can go on and on and on. So many of them who are members of the PDP. I mean, the Labour Minister was a member of the PDP, Ngige. And so many of them who are now members of the APC. And so the important thing I think is we should have a focus. We should have a direction, because people don't actually practice political ideologies anymore. They are just in political parties for the benefit of actually taking political power. Because I want a political office, that is all that matters to them now. I mean, there is no decorum, there is no sense of decorum.
That's a good place for us to hold it here in the Lagos studios. We'll come back and explore more on political ideologies. Let's quickly go to Abuja. And Professor Midana, let's talk more on this. I know you're quite interested in talking about the whistleblowing policy of the government, because you seem to have a different approach. But still about the mega party, perhaps now that Ken is talking about political ideologies, bring us up, on what was in the Second Republic, when we had some other major parties like the NPN, the UPN, and the PRP in terms of ideologies. Have you been able to see that in political parties as they are presently?